Hi, next we're going to look at overlays, more specifically transparent overlays, and how they can quickly help you make your text pop when it's resting over an image. Modern slide decks really need to be sleek. They have to help guide the reader's eye, but you don't want any of the imagery that you're adding into your slide to be distracting. You want your audience to still focus on that central concept that you're trying to present to them. That means when you add an incredible image, one that you've been just dying to work into your content, or maybe one that captures your concept so perfectly that you don't want it to overpower the message. PowerPoint does have the ability to adjust image coloring and contrast, but it's not always the best option, and you'll see why. I'll share my screen. We'll go over an example and kind of talk through what I mean here. So we're just going to add a new slide using our Aspirant template. From the Slide Master, we'll pick maybe this contrast title with image. That'll work just fine. We can add an image up here and grab this climbing photo. Maybe crop it and move it down a little bit so we can kind of get that handshake in the center. But then we're going to add in a title. So we've got an image with a text box that has some transparency on here as well. So we'll say something like, Aspirant is the right choice for company XYZ. So our title is getting fairly close to the main point of our image here. We can pull this back a little bit so it doesn't quite cover it, but if we do that, means it's going to fade a little bit. We could adjust the coloring for the text box, but if we wanted to keep that because this adheres to our brand standards, which at Aspirant here it does, then we're going to want to play with the image a little bit. We can go up to select the image, go up to picture format, play with the transparency, but that faded look isn't really going to help make our text box header pop out at all. So let's go over to color. That would work, but it's going to change the overall color saturation and tone for the image. It helps a little bit, but then it's not really meeting our brand standards, so we don't want to do it that way. Instead, to solve the problem, we're going to just create this transparent overlay and put it between the image and the text box. So go up to Insert, Shapes, just grab a simple square and just drop it right on top, the same dimensions as the image. Get rid of the outline and make it a gray color fill. Right-click on that box, Format Shape, go down to a solid fill here and just increase the transparency to where it looks good, maybe like around 70 or so. Then we'll play with the layering. We'll send it all the way to the back and send the image back there. So the overlay ends up between the image and the text box. We've got the image, the overlay that's partially transparent, and the text box in front of that. It helps it pop out, and it solves a problem for us.